that out. Cutting all that out. Here we go. We're going right to the thing. The thing of it is today is that I'm down here in the bunker system working on a piece of art for a sideshow tank. It's a sculpture, and I think she's going to like it. And I was thinking today, though. Well, I'm always, you know, it's like the Three Stooges, you know, curly quote. I keep thinking, but nothing's happening. I kind of feel that way most of the time. But one thing I noticed about the YouTube experience is that one, you try to watch the videos of people you subscribe to right away, so that you could leave a comment before, you know, a lot of other people leave comments. Because if a lot of other people have left comments, you know, most of the good comments are taken early, you know, in the life of the video. Or are they? Or should you be spending, you know, more brain energy? That's why I'm wearing the smart helmet. More brain energy on your comments, constructing interesting comments. We don't have to, it doesn't matter, do whatever you want, but I think YouTube's interesting because if you if you care about, you know, the path that you leave in this space, then you try to pay attention to the video, you know, get an idea of what the person was trying to do and respond to it with some kind of intellectually stimulating comment. Oh well, maybe not. Like a comment without the word okay. Well, that brings me to this. So I was thinking about that, and I don't know, none of that made any sense. So I have this book that I like. It sits by my my machine upstairs. It's The Most Brilliant Thoughts of All Time. You know, basically, it's in 2 lines or less. So it's a book of quotes. Okay. And you know, one time in my life, I would just find this really horribly dull quotes, like it's just like, I always felt like it was just a way to impress somebody with how much smarter you are than they are. Well, I don't, you know, necessarily think that anymore. I get enjoyment out of it. You know, so you know what? I'm just so manic. I can't keep on track here. My brain is always going ahead of whatever's coming out of my mouth. But my point is that, or my challenge, I guess this is a challenge video, is like, are all the good quotes taken up? And you know, if you are sincere about leaving interesting comments, which are kind of like little quotes, it's like 1-line deals, you know, insight could be considered quotes. Are all the good quotes taken up? I mean, everything has had to be said, right? Or has it? I guess that's my question. So in response to this video, leave something that you make up, not something out of a book or something you find on the internet, but leave a slice, some kind of slice, insightful slice of life, or it's insightful. Leave a quote. Leave something interesting that you made up. And you know, I make these videos and ask for people to do stuff, and nobody ever does. Hey, that could be a quote. When people ask me to do, when I ask people to do stuff, they don't. Why the f that? Well, there you go. See, even not the best quote is better than, you know, no quote at all, right? So this could be interesting. And then you could come back and you could read other people's, you know, other people's insightful, intellectualized notions of what life's all about. You know, just take what you're like. It can be an exercise. Whatever you're doing right now, figure out an interesting way to tell people what it is that you're doing, and I think it has something to do with, you know, what you have to frame it in a way that, you know, invites people in. Oh, well, I'm backing up now because I was actually going to read a couple of examples. Like, quotes are fun. A man who thinks... No. Cut all that out. I have to back up. Book of quotes. So I'm just going to read... This is just one page I open, and it has some great quotes in it. The man who can't dance thinks the band is no good. Insightful, you know, doesn't have to be like horribly intellectual, right? My best thoughts were stolen by the ancients. Now, isn't that great? Well, that goes back to saying that everything's already been said. Probably some guy in Greece, was back in, history of Aristotle's time, was trying to dance and people were laughing at him, and he pointed his finger at the band and said, "You guys suck." And that's what, okay, never mind, cut all that out. Oh, wait. So, okay, and so that's the challenge, and I have one more quote. I'm going to read you from the quote book before you all go, and that is, "I hope you're no more afraid now than when you click the clicky thing." Oh, remember, you could always order a smart helmet. It makes coming up with quotes a lot easier than if you just had to use raw, naked brain power.